Hello Blizzard fans, this is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between Alkor and Walnut on Echo the Ladder Edition. This is a PvZ Legacy of the Void cast. I cast one of these every single day on my channel. Hit the subscribe button that will pop up at the bottom left just in a couple of seconds, and you too can catch every single Legacy of the Void replay that I cast, and you'll be ready for the beta when it comes out. In the bottom right of Echo the Ladder Edition, we have the red Zerg player. It is Alkor. And at the top left of Echo the Ladder Edition, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Walnut. And as usual, the game is sped up just a little bit here in the early game. Legacy of the Void early game doesn't last as long as it does in Heart of the Swarm, so I'll probably slow it down here in just a bit. I also expect Walnut to go a fairly standard build he likes to do against Zerg, where he goes Adepts. He goes 2 gas, gateway into, double gate. Man, just when I think I'm smart, crazy stuff happens here. There's the Cyber Core. I guess, yeah, it's probably still going to go Adepts here just because they are really good. They have that extra bonus damage against light units, which is really good against drones and lings. We have seen some counters to this, though, in the past, where Zerg players basically might make a bunch of slow lings, get a surround on the Adept, and then kill it that way, but either way, we do have the double gas coming up. There's actually 4 workers in this gas. I think this might be a mistake on Walnut's part, and he's not making anything out of these gateways. Why? Walnut, make something. This is a crazy game. Chrono boosting warp gate. That's all fine. Oh. Going Stargate. Why the double? Okay, there's an Adept coming out. Double Adept being warped out of there and chrono boosted out of there by Walnut. And a Stargate coming up to follow. So this might be his play where he likes to go Oracles and throw down Stasis Wards across the map. He does also like to get a couple Tempests in there as well. Yeah, there goes the Oracle. Oracles actually have more utility than they used to in Heart of the Swarm. It used to be they had to kill workers and maybe some Marines or some Zerglings and stuff, but that was pretty much it. But now they have the Stasis Ward ability that lets them kind of throw up Time Warp traps across the map in weird spots and kind of catch half of the opposing army out of position and unable to attack for a while. They are invulnerable, but just kind of taking them out of the attack for a while is enough to swing battles in your favor. So I'd like to see what Walnut's going to do with this. The Oracle is just about out. I don't think one came out while I wasn't paying attention. No, it did not. There's the Oracle. Where are you going, Oracle? I want to follow you, but you're not moving, so there we go. Now heading on out. Ah, wrong button. There we go. Moving across the map right down the middle. Mothership Core kind of scouting things out at the front door, making sure no lings are gathering down there, nothing like that. The Zerg player pretty much going for roaches, +1 missile attack, as well 34 to 28 harvesters. Macroing very well is Alkor, the red Zerg player. And yes, as you can see here, Stasis Ward is up right here. So any lings that run through here or roaches will get stuck for 21 seconds. Is that what it is? Yeah. Traps an enemy in stasis for 21 seconds. And pretty much this just costs energy. So you can throw these down anywhere. They last forever until they trap something. I think that might change. There we go. Catching a single Zergling. Ah, he says, I just wanted to scout. What's happening to me? Why can't I move? It's okay. You just got trapped in a stasis ward. You actually were very cost effective there, Zergling. It is better that you get caught than a bunch of your friends. So anyway, what I was saying is you can pretty much place these across the map indefinitely. It just costs energy. How much does it cost? 50. There we go. 50 more is now back up. You put these everywhere. You never run out of them. Another one pops up. Bing. Oh, and they're cloaked. Did I mention they're cloaked? You can't see them. Yep. Unless you have an Overseer or a Spore Crawler nearby as a Zerg player. It's true. It is the truth. Creep Tumors coming out here. 41 to 38 harvesters for the Zerg player. Roaches are going to be his answer here. He wants to do a roach attack at the front door. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be. It's going to do really well against these Adepts and probably against this cannon and maybe against the Tempest as well. This might be a weakness of Walnut's build. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Fleet Beacon is up. We are getting a Tempest out of it and not actually going to make a carrier. I thought we were going to see a carrier, but no, not right now. That would be fun nevertheless. But man, how crazy is Legacy of the Void? A Tempest just popped out at the 5-minute mark, and it's totally normal. So here comes the Tempest coming out with a Stalker, a Sentry, and a few Adepts. This is an interesting timing push from Walnut. Are the roaches? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Roach Ravager here, actually. Looking okay. Ravagers, let's see. Corrosive Bile. Plasma Discharge attacks ground. So none of this can really attach. Oh, morphing into Lurkers? Nope, morphing into Ravagers. Okay. Are we going Mass Ravager? That would be an interesting play. Now, I don't think I like Corrosive Bile that much because it launches a projectile up in the air. It lets people know that it's coming and lets them dodge it fairly easily. I mean, I've never really seen one of them hit super well before. Another Stasis Ward coming down here for Walnut. But either way, maybe I'll have to see a player make it to better use. Oof. Disintegration going down on that Queen, and the Queen is going to die. It'll take a long time. You cannot transfuse out of this. Disintegration, when it's on you, you can't be healed. So that's a problem. She's going to die no matter what. Ravagers coming on up here. Oh no, 4 of them get caught. Corrosive Bile coming down, trying to catch what they can. But, like I said, having 5 units pretty much out of the picture here is huge for Walnut. The Roaches and Ravagers trying to do what they can, throwing down Corrosive Bile, but again, missing mostly because of good dodges by Walnut. The Stasis Field is going to wear off. And yes, we're going to catch these units a bit out of position for Walnut. The Adepts, one Adept actually does die. Slowling is not doing very well. Tempest doing a lot of damage to these ground units at the same time. The Ravagers doing better than I thought here, but still not quite able to hold off this push. Walnut does not want to go any farther on. Another replacement Stasis Ward is up. I'm just kidding. That's actually been there for a while. I think the one that caught them was down here. But either way, the Stasis Ward, you saw how effective that was in that engagement. It pretty much took 4 Ravagers and a Roach out of that attack. I don't know if it would have been enough to kill Walnut with those additional units, but it would have been good. Creep Tumors trying to push up. The range on the Tempest is crazy, though. Pushing on up here are the Roaches and the Ravagers. Gonna try to... No, dodge again by Walnut. Good dodging, but this number of Roaches and just the regular attack by the Ravagers might be enough to clean up this ground army. Yes, I think it is. The Stalker's trying to micro back, but the Adepts all dying. The Tempest up ahead, up on top, doing a lot of damage, but they just attack so slowly. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference for our friend Alkor here. Does Corrosive Bile hit air units? Corrosive Bile to all units in the area of impact. So 60 damage to all units, but again, not really enough to deal with a Tempest that has 415 health effectively. Third base coming up for Walnut. Third base well established here for Alkor. Now getting those Hydras. That's what you need against this. Hydras to snipe down those Tempests, to deal with the disintegration. Roaches. I like this. Roaches, Ravager, Hydraless composition. Seems to be a good choice here based on what Walnut is trying to do. Glial reconstitution just about to finish here. A little bit oversaturated right now, Alkor. You could probably move some of these workers out to your third base or possibly your fourth base too. This macro is looking pretty darn good from Alkor. Walnut might be in trouble based on what he's trying to do here. Stasis Wards are everywhere though. Coming on up, a bunch of Lings get caught in there. A Ravager and a Hydra and a Roach. A good selection of units from the Zerg army gets caught there. But again, it gives enough time for Walnut to retreat. That's pretty much what he wants. Did he actually recall? I think he actually recalled home there. But either way, it gave him enough time to get out of there. Stasis Ward lasts forever. It's only 21 seconds, but in-game, that can feel like an eternity. Observer here kind of popping up, seeing exactly what the composition is for the Zerg army. Ling's popping up to see exactly what the composition is for the Protoss army, which is going to include Immortals here, so good play there. Oh man, well-placed Photon Cannon as usual, making Ling run by so much more difficult for Zerg players, and has 4 kills, 5 kills, no big deal. I'm a hero cannon, and I know what I'm doing here. So popping on up again, this Roach, Hydra, Ravager, Ling composition, pretty good. +2 missile attacks as well. This might actually be a bit of a danger for Walnut. Swinging up with the Lings, trying to get a surround, but no. Instead, try to get the surround now. Yeah, trying to get it, can't quite get it. Good micro here by Walnut. Oh, Corrosive Bile landing a lot of things. Adepts getting sniped down left and right. The Hydras taking down a Tempest. Trying to get to the high ground there, but man, everything on the ground just getting melted. The Immortal dies. Don't run away, Alkor. Why? Your units are disintegrated, but that just means they need to attack now because they're going to die no matter what. Ravagers dying to that disintegration as they head on home. What? Alkor? No, no, no. You had the advantage. You were doing so good. I mean, Adepts do nothing to that army. They do extra damage, I guess, against Hydras, but... Alright, Alkor. You do what you need to do. And it's 3 base to 4 base right now. Alkor, again, doing what he needs strategically to perform in order to be the Protoss player in Legacy of the Void. The Carapace level is coming up as well, but he's trying to decide how he's going to deal with this air attack. Oh, we are making a carrier. There we go. Walnut making a carrier. Is he getting the upgrade? I think he already got the upgrade for the launch interceptors, which is pretty fun stuff. There he is. Build interceptors, graviton catapult. Release interceptors. There it is. Not actually an upgrade. I forgot. So again, what that does, if you're new to Legacy of the Void, it launches all interceptors at the target point with a 43-second timed life. So interceptors must remain there until they expire. So you can pretty much launch them. The carriers can move away. The interceptors stick around. Scouting on again is that Ling. Sees gateways. Not much a bunch of cannons. But man, this army is huge for Alkor. Alright, so here we go. Roaches, Hydras, Ravagers, Lings, Overseers as well. The carriers might be a problem here, but I don't know. Here comes the big push right up the middle. Lings at the front doing a ton of damage to these stalkers. Throwing up corrosive bile left and right on top of everything. The Hydras in the back. Lurkers here as well. Hydras trying to kill interceptors as much as they possibly can. Roaches killing everything on the ground. Lurkers finally in range to actually kill some stuff, but still maybe a little bit too far out of range right now. Hydras doing what they can, but the carriers are still alive. Hardened shields being enabled on the Immortals. Backing up is Alkor again. Not super interested in pushing too far in there. This Roach, I think, has been stasis warded the whole time. Says, hey guys, I'm here. No, I'm going to go home. Alright, no big deal. Heading all the way home again. 5th base now coming up for Alkor. Man, he is going to have an economy like you would not believe. Up to 65 harvesters, finally moving these workers away from the main. I think they've been there for a while. Carapace level 2 being researched? Yes, indeed it is. Making these units very, very good indeed. Until you see a Colossus against Protoss, Roach Hydra is actually pretty darn good against anything that they can do. Storm can be pretty scary, but I don't think that's something that Walnut is planning on doing. He's sticking to this composition of Adepts, Stalkers, an Immortal, and a couple Carriers. So again, I feel like our friend Alkor should be winning this game. He gets up there, gets a pretty good position, good foothold against Walnut, but he just loses too many units and backs out. So I don't know. I guess when you're ahead, get more ahead. Is that the idea here? He does have more bases than Walnut. This base finally being established for a 4th for Walnut, but man, stasis ward again. Wow, just catching these guys. Can Protoss see that? No, can't see it. So I mean, can't come here and be ready to kill those guys when it expires. But Oracle coming up. What's he going to do? Scout things out. Probably checking for the presence. Man, I did that again. Wrong button. Presence of a 4th. Does see it. And there are a couple workers here. You could probably kill them, Oracle. There's nothing here to stop you. Do what you got to do, man. Very brave drone. Throws down a spore crawler in response to the fact that there's an Oracle overhead. Wow. Brave indeed. Woo. More spore crawlers coming down left and right. And spine crawlers, too. Protecting this 4th base. Very, very smart. I'm not sure where Walnut's attention is right now, because he could be killing these workers, but instead, bam. Takes a few shots to the face by that spore. Is that in range? No, it's not. And pops on out of there. A little bit too late on their reaction time there, Walnut. Here we go again. Lurkers are burrowed. Roaches, Ravagers pushing on up. But no, Walnut knows better than to walk into Lurkers, it turns out. Trying to get a flank off, though, with these Lurkers along the right side. Burrowing, and then we push on in. Lurkers doing tons of damage to the ground. And yeah, that might have been enough. Corrosive Bile dropping on everything. Oh no, running into those Lurkers. Again, I don't know, Walnut. This is not a great decision, I think, on your part. Roaches, Hydras, again, pushing right on up into the main of everything. Disintegration coming down. The carrier explodes in flames. The second one dies as well. Tempest going down. The Hydras laying waste to everything in the air. Everything on the ground dying as well. Adepts doing what they can on the front line. They are tanky, but they're not doing enough damage to survive in this particular attack. Alkor gonna take this 3rd base. I think he's gonna take the game. I don't want to take it too early or call it too early, but taking down pylons, taking down cannons, reinforcing zealots get evaporated immediately. These guys have +2, +2, +2, +1 for Walnut. And yeah, the 3rd base is going to fall. In production are pretty much just interceptors right now. Roaches and Hydras trying to snipe down this Nexus. They're going to be able to get it in just a couple seconds here, and it explodes in a gout of blue flame. These Stalkers are dying as well. Good macro here from Alkor. Walnut not quite able to deal with this. A small group of gateway units just not the answer for Roach Hydra. Ravagers doing a lot of damage with their basic attack. 20 damage per volley. That is a lot. I think that's actually more than Hydralisk's. It certainly is a little bit slower though, but a bit more oomph. 3rd base gone. So many bases up now for our Zerg player, but Walnut has the secret 4th base. Now is a 3rd base, I suppose. 4th base though. There are just... No. No, no, no. There are just zealots here. Go kill it, Alkor. You can do it. Believe. Believe in yourself. This carrier can't kill you. It's a single carrier. I don't even know how its upgrades are. How are its upgrades? Popping around. There it is. Air weapons +1 is up, but that is it. Zealots pop on in, immediately dying, and that's it. Walnut leaves the game. Alkor is victorious. Woo! Pretty crazy composition there from Alkor. I liked it a lot. So there was that Roach, Hydra, Ravager, Lurker, Zergling, Overseer. So pretty good stuff. I'm still not sold on Corrosive Bile. I don't think it's a great spell for Zerg players, but regardless, it was actually enough to help Alkor win. So thank you so much for watching. This has been FalconPaladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void cast. If you like what you saw today, if you like what you heard, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. You can also catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all / FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.